Hi everyone! Welcome to this quick guide. Today, we're diving into a crucial aspect of making web requests, setting the content type header for your HTTP client requests. Understanding this is key for successful communication between your application and web servers. Let's get right into it and make your HTTP client calls smarter. Why content type matters. When your application sends data to a web server, the server needs to know what kind of data it's receiving. Is it plain text? Is it JSON? XML? Form data? The content type header provides this vital information. It tells the server how to interpret the body of your request. Without it, or with an incorrect one, the server might reject your request or process the data incorrectly. For instance, if you send JSON but the server expects form data, it won't understand what you're sending. Setting content type with StringContent for JSON, text, XML. One of the most common ways to send data is by wrapping it in a StringContent object. This is perfect for sending plain text, JSON strings, or XML strings. You create an instance of StringContent, passing your data string. Then, you can specify the encoding, typically encoding.utf-8, and most importantly, the content type string. For example, to send JSON, you would create new StringContent, JSON string, encoding.utf-8, application/JSON. The third parameter directly sets the content type header for that specific content. Similarly, for plain text, you would use text/plain, and for XML, you would use application/XML. After creating your string content, you simply pass it as the second argument to your HttpClient.postAsync or HttpClient.putAsync method. This is a straightforward and widely used approach for many scenarios. Using JSONContent, a modern approach for JSON. For those using .NET 5 or later, there's an even more convenient way to send JSON data: JSONContent. This class, part of the System.NET HTTP JSON namespace, simplifies JSON serialization and content type setting. You don't need to manually serialize your object to a string first. Instead, you can directly pass your C# object to JSONContent create, your object. It handles the serialization to JSON and automatically sets the content type header to application/JSON for you. This makes your code cleaner and less prone to serialization errors. It's a highly recommended approach for JSON payloads. Sending form URL encoded data with form URL encoded content. Sometimes, you need to send data in the traditional HTML form submission format, which is URL encoded. For this, HttpClient provides form URL encoded content. You create a list of key value pair string, where each pair represents a form field name and its value. Then, you pass this list to the constructor of form URL encoded content. This object will automatically serialize your key value pairs into a URL encoded string and set the content type header to application/xwww form URL encoded. This is the correct way to interact with endpoints expecting form-like submissions. Advanced control with HttpRequestMessage. For ultimate control over your request, including custom headers and more complex content scenarios, you can use HttpRequestMessage. You create an instance of HttpRequestMessage, set its method like HTTP method post or HTTP method put, and then assign your content to its content property. If your content is one of the types we discussed, like string content or form URL encoded content, the content type header will be set automatically by that content object. However, if you have a very specific or custom content, you can even create a custom HTTP content class, or directly manipulate headers on the HttpRequestMessage headers collection, though typically the content object handles content type for you. This method gives you the flexibility to build your request step by step before sending it with HttpClient.sendAsync, request message. So, whether you're sending simple text, complex JSON, or form data, HttpClient offers clear and effective ways to set the content type header. Choosing the right HTTP content type, like StringContent, JSONContent, or form URL encoded content, automatically handles most of this for you, making your requests robust and reliable. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you understand how to manage content type headers with HttpClient. If you found this useful, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more helpful tips and tutorials. Your support really helps us create more content like this. See you next time.